Walk into any Costco warehouse on a Saturday afternoon and you'll witness something remarkable. Shoppers pushing oversized carts piled high with everything from rotisserie chickens to 70-inch televisions. According to the company's annual reports, Costco operates over 800 warehouses across multiple continents, serving more than 100 million cardholders. But the real story isn't just about bulk buying. It's about a carefully engineered retail strategy that transforms routine shopping into what industry analysts call a treasure hunt. This phenomenon has made Costco one of the most profitable retailers in the world. Retail analysts define treasure hunt shopping as a merchandising strategy where stores intentionally create an environment of discovery and urgency. According to research published in the Journal of Retailing, this approach relies on constantly rotating inventory, limited quantity displays, and strategic product placement to encourage impulse purchases. At Costco, this means you might find premium French wine one week and high-end patio furniture the next, but neither will be there indefinitely. The strategy taps into what behavioral economists call scarcity psychology. When customers believe an item won't be available next time, they're more likely to purchase immediately. Before we can understand Costco's treasure hunt strategy, we need to examine its foundational business model. According to Costco's financial disclosures, the company operates on a membership-based system where customers pay an annual fee for the privilege of shopping there. In fiscal year 2023, membership fees totaled approximately $4.6 billion. This revenue stream is critical because, as retail industry analysts point out, Costco operates on razor-thin profit margins for its merchandise. The membership fees essentially fund the company's operations while allowing it to price products at near wholesale levels. This creates a unique economic dynamic. The economics of Costco's model become clearer when we examine specific data points. According to company filings, Costco's gross margin on merchandise typically hovers around 11%, significantly lower than traditional retailers who often operate at 25 to 35% margins. Meanwhile, the company reports membership renewal rates consistently above 90% in North America. Investment analysts have noted that this combination allows Costco to pass savings to customers while maintaining profitability through predictable membership revenue. The treasure hunt strategy plays directly into this model by encouraging higher transaction values and more frequent visits. One of Costco's most distinctive visual cues is also one of its most deliberate strategies. Retail operations researchers have documented how Costco intentionally leaves empty pallets on the warehouse floor even after merchandise sells out. According to interviews with former Costco buyers published in retail trade publications, these empty pallets serve as psychological triggers. They signal to shoppers that items are moving quickly and that popular products sell out. This creates what consumer behavior experts call FOMO, or fear of missing out. When customers see empty spaces where products used to be, they're primed to act faster on their next potential purchase. Unlike traditional retailers who maintain consistent inventory, Costco deliberately rotates approximately 25% of its non-staple merchandise, according to retail industry analyses. This means that the premium electronics, seasonal items, and specialty foods you see today might be completely different in 2 weeks. Former Costco executives, in interviews with business publications, have explained that buyers are specifically instructed to source limited quantities of certain items. The goal isn't to stock products indefinitely but to create what they internally refer to as treasure items. These are high-quality products at compelling prices that won't be around forever, encouraging immediate purchase decisions. Retail space planners have studied Costco's warehouse layouts extensively and identified a consistent pattern. The center aisles of Costco warehouses are deliberately designated for high-margin, non-essential treasure items. According to store layout analyses, this is where you'll find the outdoor furniture, luxury handbags, electronics, and seasonal decorations. By contrast, essential items like milk, eggs, and bread are positioned along the perimeter. This layout forces shoppers to navigate past tempting non-essential displays to reach their staple purchases. Environmental psychology research has shown that this exposure significantly increases unplanned purchases, often called impulse buys.
Costco's presentation style differs radically from traditional retail.
According to merchandising studies, products are displayed on the same pallets they arrived on, often stacked floor to ceiling.
This warehouse aesthetic isn't just about efficiency.
Retail psychologists have found that this presentation style creates what they call the wholesale perception. Even though Costco marks up products from their wholesale cost, the industrial presentation makes customers feel they're getting wholesale prices. Additionally, research in consumer behavior journals indicates that bulk displays trigger abundance bias, making shoppers more likely to purchase larger quantities than they originally intended. While a typical supermarket might stock 50,000 different products, or SKUs, Costco deliberately limits itself to approximately 4,000, according to retail industry reports.
This constraint is central to the treasure hunt experience. By offering fewer options in each category, Costco reduces decision paralysis. Behavioral economics research has demonstrated that too many choices can actually decrease purchasing behavior. Furthermore, limiting SKUs gives Costco tremendous negotiating power with suppliers. When a brand knows that being one of only 2 or 3 options in a category at Costco means access to millions of customers, they're willing to offer better pricing. No investigation of Costco's strategy would be complete without examining Kirkland's Signature, the company's private label brand. According to Costco's financial reports, Kirkland's Signature products represent roughly a quarter of the company's total sales. Industry analysts note that private label products typically carry higher margins than national brands while still offering customers lower prices. Consumer Reports testing has found that many Kirkland products score as well as or better than name brand equivalents. The treasure hunt aspect comes into play when Costco introduces limited edition Kirkland items or discontinues popular products, creating the same scarcity dynamic as their treasure merchandise. Retail strategy consultants have extensively documented Costco's approach to inventory scarcity. One former Costco executive, speaking to a business publication, described the company's philosophy succinctly. This quote encapsulates a core principle of the treasure hunt model. By ensuring that desirable items are available only temporarily, Costco transforms shopping from a transactional errand into an experience with stakes. Shoppers learn that if they see something they want, they can't assume it will be there next week. This behavioral conditioning, according to consumer psychology research, increases both purchase frequency and average transaction size. Perhaps no single item exemplifies Costco's strategic thinking better than the food court hot dog and soda combo. According to company statements, this combo has been priced at $1.50 since 1985, despite decades of inflation. The company's founder reportedly stated they would maintain this price indefinitely. Retail economists classify this as a loss leader, a product sold at or below cost to drive foot traffic. The food court serves multiple purposes in the treasure hunt ecosystem. It gives shoppers a reason to linger, extends visit duration, and creates positive associations that make the entire warehouse experience feel more rewarding. The physical design of Costco's shopping carts is another deliberate strategic choice. According to research in retail environmental design, Costco's carts are significantly larger than those at traditional supermarkets. Studies in consumer behavior have found that larger carts create what researchers call the filling impulse. Shoppers unconsciously try to fill available space, leading to larger purchases. Additionally, the flatbed platform design accommodates bulk items that wouldn't fit in conventional carts. Former Costco operations managers, in interviews with trade publications, have confirmed that cart design is specifically optimized to encourage customers to purchase the oversized packages and multiple items that define the Costco shopping experience. Retail traffic flow analysts have identified a consistent pattern in Costco warehouse entrances. Unlike traditional retailers who might feature seasonal promotions or impulse items at the entrance, Costco typically positions high-value treasure items immediately inside the door. According to store layout studies, this might include large-screen televisions, jewelry, or premium appliances. The strategic reasoning, as explained by retail consultants, is to immediately establish the treasure hunt mindset. Before shoppers even grab a cart, they encounter compelling, limited availability items.
This primes them to shop with a discovery mentality rather than simply checking items off a predetermined list. It sets the tone for the entire visit.
On any given weekend, Costco warehouses feature dozens of sampling stations where employees offer free tastes of products.
According to Costco's vendor agreements reported in trade publications, manufacturers often pay for these demonstrations.
Research in consumer psychology has consistently shown that sampling increases purchase probability dramatically, sometimes by as much as 200% for the sampled item. But sampling serves an additional function in the treasure hunt strategy. It creates activity, theater, and social proof. When shoppers see crowds gathered around a sampling station, it signals that something interesting is happening, reinforcing the idea that each visit offers new discoveries worth exploring. Costco insiders and retail analysts have documented a pricing code that regular shoppers learn to decode.
According to reports from consumer savings websites and retail investigators, prices ending in 99 cents indicate regular Costco pricing.
Prices ending in 97 cents signal a manager's special or closeout item, meaning it won't be restocked.
Prices ending in even dollars, like 00, typically indicate special promotional pricing.
While Costco has never officially confirmed this system, retail pricing analysts have verified its consistency across warehouses.
This code enhances the treasure hunt experience by giving observant shoppers insider knowledge to identify truly limited-time opportunities. Costco's treasure hunt strategy operates on multiple timescales. According to retail calendar analyses, the company runs major seasonal rotations tied to holidays, weather changes, and cultural events. Business journalists who have tracked Costco inventory note that patio furniture appears in late winter, pool supplies emerge in spring, and holiday decorations surface in early fall. But within these broad cycles, individual items appear and disappear much more rapidly. Former Costco merchandisers, in industry interviews, have explained that buyers deliberately source seasonal items in quantities designed to sell through in weeks, not months. This creates multiple micro-treasure hunts within each macro season. Several times per year, Costco hosts what it calls roadshows, temporary events featuring specialized vendors with unique products. According to Costco's event calendar and retail industry reports, these might include jewelry sales, mattress vendors, or specialty food importers. The roadshows typically last only a few days per warehouse. Retail event marketing researchers have identified these as amplified treasure hunt experiences. The temporary nature creates concentrated urgency. Shoppers know they have perhaps 3 days to evaluate and purchase these items before the vendor leaves. Former roadshow vendors, in interviews with business publications, report that this scarcity drives significantly higher conversion rates than permanent retail displays. While Costco could theoretically advertise upcoming treasure items, the company deliberately chooses not to, according to marketing analysts who study the retailer. Unlike competitors who send weekly circulars or targeted digital ads promoting specific products, Costco's monthly magazine and email communications focus on broad categories rather than specific inventory. Retail marketing researchers explain that this omission is strategic. If customers knew exactly what would be available and when, the treasure hunt element would disappear. The uncertainty is the point. By keeping shoppers somewhat in the dark about specific inventory, Costco ensures that each visit feels like an opportunity for discovery that can't be replicated by simply checking a website or ad. Costco's success with treasure hunt shopping hasn't gone unnoticed by competitors. According to retail industry analyses, other warehouse clubs and big-box retailers have attempted to replicate elements of the strategy. Sam's Club, owned by Walmart, has introduced more rotating inventory and limited-time offers. BJ's Wholesale Club has experimented with treasure merchandise sections. However, retail consultants who have studied these implementations note that simply copying tactics without the underlying ecosystem produces mixed results. Costco's treasure hunt strategy works because it's integrated with the membership model, the limited SKU approach, the warehouse presentation, and the pricing strategy. Competitors attempting piecemeal adoption haven't achieved the same results, according to market research data. As Costco has expanded internationally to countries including Canada, Mexico, Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, and several European nations, the treasure hunt strategy has required cultural adaptation.
According to international retail analysts and reports from Costco's global operations, the core principles remain consistent, but the specific treasure items vary dramatically by market.
In Japan, according to business journalists covering retail, Costco warehouses feature local delicacies and products sized for smaller homes. In Mexico, the product mix reflects local preferences and purchasing patterns. However, retail researchers who have visited Costco warehouses globally report that the fundamental experience, the sense of discovery and urgency, remains remarkably consistent regardless of location. The effectiveness of treasure hunt shopping can be measured in visit frequency. According to retail analytics firms that track consumer shopping patterns, Costco members visit their warehouses significantly more frequently than customers visit traditional supermarkets or even competitor warehouse clubs. While specific visitation data varies by study and methodology, industry research consistently shows Costco members making multiple visits per month.
This frequency is critical to the business model. More visits mean more opportunities for treasure discoveries and impulse purchases.
It also strengthens the membership value proposition, making renewal more likely. The treasure hunt strategy essentially gamifies shopping, turning each visit into an event worth repeating.
Costco's treasure hunt strategy is enabled by its distinctive approach to real estate.
According to commercial real estate analyses in Costco's own development criteria, the company typically builds warehouses of 140,000 to 200,000 square feet. This massive footprint, significantly larger than traditional retail stores, is essential for the treasure hunt model. The space allows Costco to simultaneously stock staple items that members expect and dedicate substantial floor area to rotating treasure merchandise. Real estate economists who study retail development note that Costco typically owns its properties rather than leasing, giving it long-term cost control. This ownership structure supports the low-margin, high-volume strategy that makes treasure hunt pricing possible.
Costco's treasure hunt strategy is supported by an often overlooked element: employee knowledge and stability.
According to labor economics research and retail industry wage comparisons, Costco pays significantly above industry average for retail workers and offers comprehensive benefits. This compensation strategy, documented in company reports and analyzed by labor economists, results in remarkably low turnover rates for retail. Experienced employees become familiar with the treasure hunt rhythm and can help guide members. They know which items are temporary and can often provide insights into restocking patterns. Former Costco employees, in media interviews, have described how this institutional knowledge enhances the customer experience and reinforces the treasure hunt culture.
The rise of e-commerce presents a unique challenge to Costco's treasure hunt strategy.
According to digital retail analysts, the serendipitous discovery that defines in-warehouse treasure hunting is difficult to replicate online.
Costco has developed an online presence, according to its digital commerce reports, but the company has been selective about what it offers through this channel.
Some treasure items appear online, but often in limited quantities or for limited times.
Digital retail researchers note that Costco's online platform faces an inherent tension. Too much inventory visibility eliminates scarcity and discovery. Too little frustrates members who expect digital convenience.
Balancing these pressures while maintaining the treasure hunt essence remains an ongoing challenge. While Costco's treasure hunt strategy might seem spontaneous, it's actually grounded in sophisticated data analysis. According to retail technology analysts and interviews with merchandising executives, Costco tracks detailed sales data, inventory turn rates, and member purchasing patterns. This data informs which treasure items to source and in what quantities. Business intelligence researchers who have studied Costco's operations note that the company can predict with considerable accuracy how quickly a treasure item will sell through. The goal is to source quantities that create scarcity without leaving money on the table through excessive stockouts. This data-driven approach ensures the treasure hunt experience feels organic while actually being carefully engineered for optimal business outcomes.
Costco's generous return policy plays a surprising role in enabling treasure hunt purchases.
According to company policy documentation and consumer protection analyses, Costco accepts returns on most items with few restrictions and often without receipt requirements. Consumer behavior researchers have found that this policy reduces purchase anxiety, especially for impulse buys. When shoppers encounter an unexpected treasure item, the liberal return policy removes a key barrier to immediate purchase. They can buy now and return later if needed, though studies show most don't. Retail psychologists explain that the mere existence of an easy return option increases purchase confidence, even among shoppers who have no intention of actually returning items. The treasure hunt strategy only works if customers trust that treasure items represent genuine value. According to consumer surveys and brand reputation studies, Costco has built a strong reputation for quality curation. Members believe that if Costco stocks an item, especially as a treasure, it has been vetted for quality and price competitiveness. Consumer protection organizations and independent testing services have generally validated this trust. This reputation, built over decades according to brand researchers, allows Costco to introduce unfamiliar brands or products as treasures and have customers willing to try them. Without this foundation of trust, shoppers would be skeptical of rotating, limited availability items rather than excited by them. Costco's emphasis on bulk packaging serves multiple purposes in the treasure hunt ecosystem. According to packaging research and retail psychology studies, larger package sizes create a perception of value that goes beyond simple unit price mathematics. Behavioral economists have documented what they call the bulk discount heuristic, where consumers assume larger packages offer better value even when they haven't calculated the actual per unit cost. For treasure items, bulk sizing serves an additional function. It increases the financial commitment, making the purchase feel more significant and the discovery more rewarding. Retail analysts note that this higher transaction value per item allows Costco to operate profitably on fewer SKUs while still driving substantial revenue. Costco operates with tiered membership levels, and this structure supports the treasure hunt strategy in nuanced ways. According to company disclosures, basic Gold Star membership and the Premium Executive membership differ primarily in cashback rewards. Executive members receive 2% back on qualifying purchases annually. Retail analysts have noted that this structure incentivizes higher spending. For treasure items, which often represent larger purchases, the cashback benefit is more substantial. Consumer behavior research indicates that executive members, having paid more for their membership, also shop more frequently and spend more per visit. This creates a virtuous cycle where the treasure hunt strategy's impulse dynamics are amplified among the company's highest value members. Behind the warehouse floor, Costco's supply chain makes the treasure hunt strategy operationally feasible. According to supply chain management researchers and logistics industry analyses, Costco operates with a highly efficient distribution network that can rapidly move products from suppliers to warehouses. The company's cross-docking system, documented in operations research, allows merchandise to move from inbound to outbound with minimal warehousing time. This efficiency is critical for treasure items, which by design move quickly. Former Costco supply chain managers, in trade publication interviews, have explained that the company's relationships with suppliers and its logistics capabilities allow it to source limited-run items, distribute them efficiently, and rotate inventory at a pace traditional retailers couldn't match. Walking through Costco creates what retail anthropologists call the theater of abundance. According to ethnographic studies of shopping behavior, the visual experience of vast quantities of products displayed in bulk creates psychological effects beyond simple product availability. Shoppers report feelings of excitement, possibility, and even slight overwhelm. These emotions, consumer psychologists explain, make the shopping experience more memorable and emotionally engaging than routine grocery shopping. The treasure hunt strategy layers discovery and scarcity onto this foundation of abundance. The combination creates a unique emotional landscape where shoppers feel simultaneously surrounded by plenty and urgency to claim specific items before they disappear. This emotional complexity, researchers argue, drives the behavior that makes Costco's model successful. To fully appreciate Costco's treasure hunt strategy, it's useful to compare it directly with traditional retail approaches. According to retail model comparisons conducted by business school researchers, the differences are systematic and profound.
Traditional retailers maximize product variety to offer something for everyone. Costco deliberately limits variety to 4,000 SKUs. Traditional stores maintain consistent inventory so customers can reliably find the same products. Costco rotates a quarter of its selection to create discovery. Traditional retailers use high margins on merchandise to fund operations. Costco uses low margins subsidized by membership fees. Traditional stores advertise heavily to drive traffic. Costco relies on the treasure hunt experience itself. These aren't just tactical differences but represent fundamentally different retail philosophies. Costco's treasure hunt strategy has created an unexpected social dimension to shopping. According to social media analysts and consumer trend researchers, Costco finds, where members share discoveries of treasure items, have become a phenomenon on platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Reddit. Retail sociologists who study shopping behavior note that these communities amplify the treasure hunt experience. When someone posts about finding a great deal on patio furniture or gourmet chocolate, it triggers FOMO among other members and drives warehouse traffic. This user-generated marketing, entirely organic according to social media research, extends the treasure hunt dynamic beyond the warehouse walls. Members aren't just shopping but participating in a community of discovery. As environmental consciousness has grown, Costco's treasure hunt model faces questions about sustainability. According to environmental retail researchers and sustainability analysts, the strategy's emphasis on consumption and impulse buying creates tension with waste reduction goals. The bulk packaging reduces per-unit packaging but may encourage overpurchasing and food waste. The rotating inventory model requires constant product movement and logistics. However, sustainability advocates note that Costco's model has some environmental benefits. The warehouse format is energy efficient per square foot sold. Bulk buying reduces shopping trips. The company has implemented various sustainability initiatives, according to corporate responsibility reports. Still, researchers note that reconciling treasure hunt consumerism with environmental sustainability remains an ongoing challenge for the industry. The COVID-19 pandemic created an unexpected test and validation of Costco's treasure hunt strategy. According to retail sales analyses from 2020 and 2021, Costco experienced surging demand as consumers shifted to bulk buying and reduced shopping frequency. The treasure hunt model adapted. Retail journalists documented how Costco warehouses featured different treasure items during the pandemic, focusing on home office equipment, exercise gear, and comfort products. Industry analysts noted that the membership model proved particularly resilient, with renewal rates remaining strong even as shopping patterns changed. The pandemic experience, according to retail researchers, demonstrated that the core treasure hunt strategy could flex to accommodate dramatically different consumer needs while maintaining its fundamental dynamics. While Costco's treasure hunt strategy remains consistent globally, the specific execution varies by geographic market characteristics. According to regional retail analyses, urban Costco locations in densely populated areas often feature more frequent but smaller treasure rotations compared to suburban warehouses with larger storage areas. Real estate constraints in cities like New York or San Francisco, documented by commercial retail researchers, limit the scale of certain treasure displays. Conversely, warehouses in sprawling suburban markets can dedicate more floor space to seasonal outdoor items. Demographic researchers note that treasure item selection also reflects local population characteristics, with warehouses in areas with large Asian populations featuring different specialty foods than those in predominantly Hispanic markets. These adaptations show the strategy's underlying flexibility. Retail strategists have observed that Costco's treasure hunt model appeals particularly strongly to executives and high-income shoppers, creating what some researchers call the executive shopping paradox. According to demographic analyses of Costco membership, the Warehouse Club attracts a disproportionately affluent customer base despite its warehouse aesthetic.
Consumer psychologists explain this phenomenon by noting that high-income shoppers value their time highly and appreciate Costco's efficiency. The limited SKUs mean faster decisions. But they also enjoy the treasure hunt thrill, the possibility of discovering luxury items at compelling prices. For this demographic, according to behavioral research, Costco shopping represents a form of high-efficiency entertainment, combining practical provisioning with the dopamine hit of deal discovery.
In an era dominated by Amazon's infinite digital selection, Costco's treasure hunt strategy represents a deliberately opposite approach.
According to e-commerce analysts and retail strategy researchers, where Amazon offers unlimited choice and personalized recommendations, Costco offers curated scarcity and serendipitous discovery. This positioning, some retail futurists argue, gives Costco a unique competitive advantage. As digital shopping becomes increasingly algorithmic and predictable, Costco offers unpredictability and physical experience. Consumer trend researchers have documented growing appreciation for in-person retail experiences that offer something digital channels cannot replicate. Costco's treasure hunt model, by creating uncertainty, surprise, and social experience, delivers precisely what algorithms cannot, at least not yet, according to technology analysts who study retail innovation.
Costco's treasure hunt strategy works in part because it trains customers over time to shop in specific ways.
According to consumer behavior researchers who have studied membership shopping patterns longitudinally, new Costco members often initially shop much like they would at traditional stores, creating lists and seeking specific items. Over months and years, according to this research, shopping behavior evolves. Members learn to browse more expansively, to purchase opportunistically, and to accept that specific items may not be available. This behavioral training, retail psychologists explain, is essential to the model's success. The treasure hunt strategy doesn't work on one-time visitors but becomes increasingly effective as members internalize the shopping logic and adjust their expectations and behaviors accordingly. From the supplier side, Costco's treasure hunt strategy creates unique relationship dynamics. According to interviews with consumer product manufacturers and trade publications, getting products into Costco requires accepting the company's terms, low margins, bulk packaging, and no guarantee of permanent placement. For many suppliers, according to retail supply chain researchers, Costco represents a high-volume, low-margin channel that requires special product runs. However, manufacturers accept these terms because Costco's reach and sales velocity are extraordinary. A treasure item that sells through in 3 weeks at Costco might represent more volume than 6 months at traditional retailers. Some brands, according to business journalists, specifically create Costco-exclusive products or packages to maintain regular retail relationships while accessing Costco's volume. As brick-and-mortar retail faces ongoing pressure from e-commerce, retail futurists point to Costco's treasure hunt strategy as a potential model for physical retail's evolution. According to industry think tanks and retail innovation researchers, the strategy demonstrates that physical stores can offer value propositions distinct from digital commerce. The experience, social dimension, and serendipitous discovery of treasure hunting cannot easily be replicated online. Retail strategists speaking at industry conferences have suggested that other physical retailers might need to adopt similar experience-driven, discovery-focused models to remain relevant. However, researchers caution that Costco's success depends on an integrated system built over decades. Simply adding treasure items to traditional retail, they warn, won't produce the same results. Economists and psychologists have analyzed the mental cost-benefit calculation Costco members perform when encountering treasure items. According to behavioral economics research, the decision to purchase an unexpected item involves weighing several factors. The perceived value, the scarcity signal, the membership fee already paid creating sunk cost pressure, and the easy return policy reducing risk. Research published in decision science journals indicates that Costco's treasure hunt design optimizes this calculation toward purchase. The scarcity creates time pressure that discourages extended deliberation. The bulk presentation suggests value. The quality reputation reduces uncertainty. Together, these factors stack the psychological equation in favor of impulse purchase, a dynamic that behavioral economists argue is both sophisticated and highly effective.
Costco's treasure hunt culture exhibits interesting generational transmission patterns.
According to family consumer behavior research, shopping at Costco often becomes a family activity, with multiple generations shopping together. Sociologists who study consumer culture note that treasure hunt shopping skills and appreciation are passed from parents to children. Young adults who grew up accompanying parents to Costco, according to longitudinal consumer studies, often become members themselves and replicate the shopping patterns they learned.
This generational continuity, retail researchers explain, provides Costco with a stable pipeline of new members already acculturated to the treasure hunt model. The strategy's longevity and the membership model's multi-decade success create a self-reinforcing cultural transmission that strengthens over time. Costco's treasure hunt strategy creates what retail researchers call the paradox of planning.
According to consumer behavior studies, Costco shoppers report both planning their trips around specific staple purchases and expecting to discover unexpected items. This dual mindset, according to psychological research on shopping behavior, represents a sophisticated mental model. Shoppers allocate budget and cart space for both planned and unplanned purchases. They go for toilet paper but budget for treasure finds. Marketing researchers note that this paradox is central to Costco's success. The predictable staples provide the reason to visit. The unpredictable treasures provide the excitement and incremental spending. Each element enables the other, creating a shopping experience that satisfies both practical needs and emotional desires. Economists have attempted to quantify whether Costco's treasure hunt shopping actually delivers economic value to consumers or simply drives unnecessary consumption. According to consumer economics research, the answer is nuanced. Studies comparing basket prices show Costco members generally pay less per unit on staples than traditional grocery shoppers. However, total spending per trip tends to be significantly higher due to treasure purchases. Economic analyses published in consumer research journals suggest that whether this represents value depends on how one defines utility. If treasure purchases genuinely provide satisfaction, they have economic value beyond strict necessity. Consumer welfare economists note that Costco members, who voluntarily renew at 90% rates, evidently find the model provides sufficient value, whether through savings, discovery, or entertainment. Despite its success, retail analysts have identified inherent limitations in Costco's treasure hunt strategy. According to market research, the model works best for households with storage space, transportation capacity, and upfront capital for bulk purchases. Urban apartment dwellers, according to demographic studies, face challenges storing bulk items. Low-income households may struggle with the membership fee and the cash flow demands of bulk buying. Geographic coverage limitations mean many rural consumers lack convenient access to warehouses. Retail equity researchers note these limitations mean Costco's model, while highly successful for its target market, doesn't serve all consumer segments equally. Understanding these constraints is important for assessing both the strategy's success and its replicability across different retail contexts. Over its decades of operation, Costco has innovated within the treasure hunt framework while maintaining core principles. According to retail innovation researchers tracking the company's evolution, Costco has added services like pharmacy, optical, and gas stations that enhance membership value without undermining the treasure hunt merchandise strategy. The company introduced online ordering for some categories while keeping treasure items primarily in warehouse. It experimented with smaller format stores in urban markets, according to real estate development reports. Business journalists covering the company note that each innovation is evaluated against whether it reinforces or dilutes the core model. This disciplined approach to innovation, retail strategists observe, helps Costco evolve without losing the distinctive characteristics that drive its success. Business strategists analyzing Costco's competitive position identify the treasure hunt strategy as a key component of what Warren Buffett calls an economic moat. According to competitive strategy research, the model creates multiple reinforcing barriers to competition. The membership base provides predictable revenue and customer lock-in. The limited SKU model creates supplier negotiating power. The warehouse format requires substantial real estate investment.
The treasure hunt culture takes years to establish.
Together, according to business school case studies on Costco, these elements create a system that's difficult for competitors to replicate.
It's not one defensible element but an integrated ecosystem.
Retail competitors can copy individual tactics but struggle to replicate the entire system, giving Costco sustained competitive advantage.
Costco's treasure hunt strategy has influenced consumer culture beyond just shopping behavior.
According to cultural researchers and media analysts, Costco has entered popular culture as a symbol of American consumption patterns.
Television shows reference Costco runs.
Social media creators build content around Costco hauls.
The treasure hunt experience has become a recognized cultural phenomenon. Sociologists studying consumer culture note that Costco shopping represents a distinct subcultural practice with its own norms, language, and social rituals. Terms like Costco find or treasure hunt have entered common vocabulary.
This cultural penetration, according to brand researchers, reinforces the business model by making Costco membership part of social identity and community belonging, effects that extend well beyond simple retail transactions. As investigators examining Costco's treasure hunt strategy, we must acknowledge significant data limitations. According to retail transparency researchers, Costco is a relatively closed company that releases limited operational detail beyond required financial disclosures. Specific treasure item selection criteria, exact inventory rotation schedules, and detailed member purchasing behavior data remain proprietary. Academic researchers seeking to study Costco face limited data access. This means some aspects of how the treasure hunt strategy operates remain opaque to outside analysis. Retail analysts note that while we can observe and analyze publicly available information and reported experiences, comprehensive understanding of the strategy's mechanics requires access to internal data that Costco understandably protects as competitive intelligence. How do we measure the success of Costco's treasure hunt strategy? According to retail performance analysts, multiple metrics suggest effectiveness. Membership renewal rates above 90% indicate satisfied customers. Sales per square foot exceeding most retail competitors demonstrate space efficiency. Average transaction values significantly higher than traditional grocery indicate the strategy drives spending. Stock price performance historically outpacing retail indices suggests investor confidence in the model. However, researchers caution that isolating the treasure hunt strategy's specific contribution is methodologically challenging. It's one element within an integrated system. What we can say, according to retail economists analyzing available data, is that Costco's overall model, of which treasure hunt shopping is a central component, delivers measurable success across multiple dimensions. After examining the evidence, several conclusions emerge about Costco's treasure hunt shopping strategy. According to the research we've reviewed, it's a deliberately engineered system, not an accident. It integrates psychology, economics, operations, and culture into a coherent retail model. The strategy serves multiple business objectives simultaneously, driving visit frequency, increasing transaction values, differentiating from competitors, and enhancing membership value. Evidence from financial performance, membership renewal rates, and market position suggests it works effectively. However, researchers also note it has limitations and doesn't serve all consumer segments equally. What's perhaps most significant is how the treasure hunt approach represents a fundamental alternative to both traditional retail and e-commerce models, offering experience and discovery in an increasingly algorithmic commerce landscape. The implications of Costco's treasure hunt strategy extend beyond one company's success. According to retail futurists and industry strategists, the model demonstrates that physical retail can thrive by offering what digital commerce cannot. The strategy shows how constraints, limited SKUs, temporary availability can become advantages rather than limitations. It illustrates how membership models can fund different retail economics. For other retailers facing e-commerce pressure, according to transformation consultants, Costco provides a potential roadmap, not to copy directly but as proof that alternative models can succeed.
For consumers, the strategy reveals how retail design shapes behavior in ways we may not consciously recognize.
And for researchers studying commerce evolution, Costco offers a valuable case study in sustainable competitive advantage through integrated strategy.
As we conclude this investigation into Costco's treasure hunt shopping strategy, it's worth reflecting on what makes it noteworthy.
According to the cumulative evidence we've examined, this isn't just clever marketing but a comprehensive reimagining of how retail can operate. The strategy aligns business incentives with customer experience in ways that benefit both.
It creates value through curation rather than just selection. It builds community around consumption.
Whether you view treasure hunt shopping as brilliant strategy or engineered consumerism likely depends on your perspective. What's indisputable, based on decades of financial results and millions of loyal members, is that Costco has created something distinctive in modern retail. Understanding how and why this strategy works offers insights into consumer behavior, business strategy, and the future of commerce itself.